Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is finally time to find out who your 2019 Crown Royal 300 winner will be. Don't forget the NRSL part. I'm here in the booth with a good friend of mine, Charles Sandfer, who did not make the event. Charles, what do you think we're going to see here? 100 laps of action on tap for today's race.
Well, it should be interesting. Pensacola is always wide track, so plenty of room. So not like Daytona or Talladega where we have to scrunch them down. So hopefully they'll be able to give each other a lot of space. Pit stop should be interesting with the way the pit road is. So
Yes, indeed. And this race, I believe, last time around had 3 or 4 caution flags. So we're probably going to see a wreck on average around lap 3 to 9. They have gone farther before. But let's get to the starting lineup. In row 1 is the 17 of Alex Mata and the 47 of Jesse Turner. Row 2 is Jacob Dillons and Chase Miller. Row 3, Elijah Leonard and Freddie Soto. Row 4, Christopher Choi and Seth Cole. And in row 5, Wade Brummer and Aaron Carlson. And we'll go through the rest of the lineup here. So 100 laps last time we had a photo finish. This car right here won that race. Though it was driven by a different driver, he is farther back on the starting grid. So Charles, the average, as I mentioned, was roughly anywhere from lap 2 or 3 to lap 11 to 12 was the highest I saw them go without causing a wreck. And there is Teejay Handley, defending winner, by the way. So with the range being so big, this is the first time there's 42 cars on the racetrack. Should we expect them to go green for a lap or 10 laps?
well, I would hope that it'd be for 10 laps. Obviously, you can't win this on lap one, so patience needs to really prevail here, especially early on. But wouldn't surprise me to see them get a little bit rambunctious early on and cause an early wreck.
This will also be the first time all race weekend that they will have to enter pit road during the race. Though drivers have had to pit once they've been in wrecks, this will be the first time they'll have to pit for tires and fuel. So we did see 1 or 2 instances of green flag pit stops back in 2016. And there was actually a really interesting thing. There was a big range where drivers pit anywhere from lap 44 all the way up to 54 because of who chose to pit under yellow and who did not. So we could see some interesting strategy here today. Fuel lasts around, I want to say 32 to 35 laps. I could be wrong on the range. It is a 1x race, not 2x, so we'll actually only have to see these drivers pit 3 times, I believe.
Oh, that's good.
And on the miracle chance it goes green all the way, we'll see who has to take the least amount of fuel with 10 laps or less to go. Anyway, clock's counting down. We're getting ready to hear those most famous words in motorsports. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Are you ready? Gentlemen, start your engines!
Nice voice crack at the end.
As the command has been given, pace car is going to do something funky here, but we'll go to the pit lane 1 camera. Yep, there goes the pace car, just about impaling itself there in the pit wall.
That is definitely very interesting.
These drivers are amped up, ready to go. And I did not mark down any onboards, though I should. But then again, it's a special event. Everyone's got an onboard. We don't need to mark down anybody. But let's just go and show you some of the angles we've got to work with here, including the roof camera. And then we'll go to the defending window to show you this is a camera we hope not to use during wreck avoidances. We we saw in elimination heat number 4, the 66 of Chris Wilson went for a ride up and over the 74 of Annie Lynch, and then the 150 of Brad Lewis got door slammed right in the angle that gets you to send into a barrel roll, and he barrel rolled about 16 times down the back straightaway right down to the inside wall, something I've never seen before at this racetrack. A few other notables.
First time for everything.
Yeah, first time for everything indeed. A few other notables in this field. We've got NRSL President Dylan Young. Robert Young also made the race. Sam Young, however, did not, and he was very fast over the weekend. Trial and ever for Tommy Roberts. Was fast in his heat race, didn't make it. Kept surviving, made it in the LCQ. Matthew Rodriguez made it through the big one in his LCQ. He managed to advance in the 79 of Preston Plord. We saw finish his LCQ in 3rd with his back bumper slammed in. So you want the front end to be clean, but the back end, it doesn't seem to matter. Anyway, green flag is out. The NRSL Crown Royal 300 is on their way.
And not going to take them long to get 3 wide there. About the 5th spot.
Already 4 wide.
4. Yeah, 4 wide for 4th.
We saw Freddie Soto go up to the left of Chase Miller, and then Christopher Troy went to the left of Elijah Leonard.
Got back down to 3 at least, so that's good news.
No, I definitely think we're going to see a wreck early on, but if these drivers get to a point where they can go past 10 laps, we'll see them start to single, double out. But Wade Brummer's not wasting any time. He's making it 4 wide for the lead. Bonus points don't matter. It's just a one-off, but I guess you want to get to the front.
But there is bragging rights to lead that first lap.
It is yep. I can't even tell you who led the first lap in the last one. It's been 2.5 years. Here's heat winner Colt Hudson. There are 8 heat winners and 2 LCQ winners. Worth mentioning.
At least they're giving each other room, which is good. I can't say patience is the one prevailing here, though.
Yeah, definitely not. We're already 4 wide, multiple rows. Nice day, though, here in Pensacola, Florida. 72 degrees, nice 10-mile-an-hour wind. Very similar
Lovely,
conditions.
a little bit of leaning.
Yeah, looks like they're good, though.
Yeah, they're still going the right direction, at least. They were leaning, though, going into 3.
Cody Smart, who finished
That's only
third.
about 4 rows deep of 4 wide.
Oh, yeah. So Cody Smart leads now. He finished 3rd in round 1, heat 4.
Oh, they're wrecking!
Oh, I think they did. Someone went to the right.
Yep. I don't know who. It was a blue car.
Half the field is gone.
It was a bluish car that I saw go right first.
A fun fact, that is probably the 4th wreck all weekend we've seen them wrecking on lap 3 into turn 1.
Oh, jeez.
Cody
Might
Smart.
be something to the eye at that point.
I think it's just 4 wide in general. They don't like leaning here. We got Hunter Braxton up here still. Matthew Rodriguez, Dylan Young.
These are the people that survived, at least.
I do not see defending winner Teejay Handley, so
had to probably drive through it. Didn't really have enough time to try and drive up to the front, in all honesty.
caution's out. We got to watch them here. They are mostly 2 wide, but things can get sketchy when you're 3 wide under caution. A lot of smoke in turn 1.
Secondary wreck. They wrecked to have that one. I think it almost had to be a secondary.
It might have been a lot of people sliding down. Ooh, Gary Barlow and James Ellison are rubbing doors. They're going up. They're coming down. Oh, I think they're fine. Once they get to the back straightaway, they're good. Let's see who's coming up from the back. Jacob Dillons, I think, has a little bit of hood damage.
It definitely does not look as clean. Oh, the 47, the outside pole sitter, definitely has been bent up.
Oh, and Joe Jefferson's going to come in
oh boy, this is going to start
slams into Teejay Handley.
This is not going to end well.
Xavier Lawton. Aaron Carlson's going to pound Preston Plord right there. Oh, and Jake Rogers giving it some effort.
Never fails. Once one car plows, and basically everyone after that.
But Teejay Handley had made it through that. Let's see if they can pound that back end out. Aaron Carlson, I cannot say the same. Peter Onjak has damage. Zoe Fernandez. Plord again with damage. Robert Young looks pretty clean. Eddie Riley.
Got hit.
Leonard's got damage. DeMarco. On pit road, we've got Tommy Roberts, Seth Cole. Only 2
And we
cars
got
on.
pit stops.
And it looks like someone's going to stay out. Who is that? The 6 of Greg Torres. This is the kind of
Brave.
strategy I was talking about. But while they pit, we'll see what caused the first big one of the day. All right, so they were 4 wide, 3-4 rows deep
About
here.
at least 4, yeah.
But right here you can see Leonard and Robert Young, they're not lined up. And right there it starts. Up into Christopher Choi, and around they go.
And just a bunch of people with just nowhere to go. Oh, the yellow car there on the inside just barely gets clipped.
Someone's flipping it.
Oh.
Oh, Leonard is flipping right here. Over.
And here's going to be the case of those skid marks that we saw. It's actually going to be
Oh,
the yellow
Seth
car
Cole had
sliding
nowhere to
up.
go. Oh,
Oh.
Max Anderson pounds the wall.
The Kodak car just lit up the track after being clipped.
There's a few people on the bottom there. I think that's Scarlet
the Napa
Rich.
car.
There's Teejay
There's
Handley.
Handley.
Yep. Joe Jefferson makes it through too. Antonin
36 had more damage.
Charlevoix did not make it through at all. Oh, bam! Geez, right at the end there.
Oh, you know what? I think the 36, that greenish car there in the middle, I'm guessing I know what happened to him now. Because we saw him with damage to the nose. He didn't actually get a piece of this.
Oh, what the heck is going on here? James DeMarco's getting pushed on the 2 wheels.
That's where he got his damage.
So Seth Cole and Tommy Roberts done, stuck on the apron. Tough break for those drivers. Let's take an onboard or 2 here as well. Ben Crouch just pounded it into the 30th, Phil Parker. But yeah, let's
just wasn't too pleased with him.
Let's take some onboards here. On board with the 440 of Teejay Handley. And the spotter's probably telling him right here, go, 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 go.
Spectacular job of missing that one.
On board with the 36 of Eddie Riley. Oh, he went the wrong direction. Everyone's coming down. Oh.
And he's just gonna hit there.
Oh, geez. That's a lot of front end damage. One more on board. On board in the cockpit of Tommy Roberts, who just got clipped in this one.
And this is not what you want to see.
And with that, we will take you to the race restart. We're back, lights are off. We'll have 93 laps of action remaining. Drivers out of the race include Tommy Roberts, Seth Cole, Phil Parker, Ben Crouch, Christopher Choi, Max Anderson, Antonin Charlevoix, James DeMarco, Eddie Riley, Zoe Fernandez, Peter Onjak, and outside pole sitter Jesse Turner. 1 lap down cars include Joe Jefferson and Chase Miller. They appear to have gotten pit road glitched. Otherwise, we've got 28 cars on the lead lap. And I believe the only one that stayed out was the 6 of Greg Torres.
Certainly looks that way, because Cody Smart was our leader coming back to the yellow, so.
Yep, Cody Smart 2nd, Matt Rod's 3rd, RJ Reynolds 4th, Hunter Braxton 5th, Kyle Jones 6th, Gary Barlow 7th, Rod Hayes 8th, Franklin Phillips 9th, and Jeff Bright is 10th. We'll go through the rest of the field, see if there's a point where we see cars with damage. I think it was about 21. Yeah, 21 cars made it through there cleanly. There's Teejay Handley. Now, his back end is not ripped off, but there's still damage. I think we're going to see something like we saw with Preston Plord in his LCQ race, where he's up to speed as long as he's got someone in front and behind him. Jacob Dillon's had some slight damage. Alex Mata, I don't see anything. I don't see anything on Robert Young either. Aaron Carlson's back end is banged in all the way. Same with Elijah Leonard. Preston Plord's back end got buffed back out.
And he got lucky on that.
And it looks like Joe Jefferson has now retired. Green flag's out. And Cody Smart went to the right of Greg Torres instantly.
Yeah, that didn't take long.
Now, if Smart gets enough of a push, outside line is preferred here. See if Smart
And
gets pushed around. It looks like he might.
definitely might. I don't think the 6 is going to have
Yep,
much
yep.
support here for long.
Reynolds just got he went to move under the 6, and there's Smart. He's gonna be like, hey, I'll give you a little vacuum support.
Definitely not what Torres would have wanted, though, to be the only person, because then, unless he gets another quick yellow, probably going to be a lone man out on pit lane when he has to pit.
Well, Charles, we still have 28 cars on the racetrack. I'd say we've got about 23 up to speed. Our elimination races had 23 cars in them, and there was some pretty big accidents in two of those. I think we're gonna be looking at a possibility of one more big wreck and then probably green to the end of this race.
Oh, wow. Some of the darting off of turn 2 is a little bit sketchy.
Reynolds is actually pulling away a little bit. Rod Hayes behind him.
Sure, not really minding that one bit.
See who is catching up here. Yep, Teejay Handley is still good. About the end of the pack right here. They're just all drafting up right now. Jacob Dillon still looks good. Franklin Phillips still looks good. Jake Rogers, Plord, Young, Mata, they're all good. So yeah, we've got 26 cars up here. Elijah Leonard and Aaron Carlson, though, are both going to be riding the rest of the day.
That's not going to be a fun feeling.
Same with Chase Miller, who is 2 laps down. But he looks to be up to speed. He's running 2:14 by himself, so he could be used as a pick if he stays in the race. As Matthew Rodriguez is going for the lead on RJ Reynolds.
And will get the lead pretty easily.
Mostly double file right now. Still cars trying to catch up to the pack. This is a cool spectator camera to use later in the race. Just gives you a shot of the whole straightaway from the start-finish line.
Right now, doing pretty good job of pacing the field here is that 57 car.
He is indeed. They're pretty single file. Now, another fun fact here on lap 11. Now, this car was driven by someone else last time around, but it was at the front at the end of the race. In fact, this car was the leader taking the white flag until it got put 3 wide by Jonathan Sorlin, who is not in this race, and Teejay Handley, who is in a different car.
And damaged, so.
Yeah, but he's in this pack, Charles. He's not going anywhere.
Well, I mean, not out of it, but definitely has an uphill climb now.
I mean, he's hitting 232 in the draft. This car might have back-end damage, but it's not hindering this car's performance.
Which, definitely lucky to have gotten away with one.
The same could be said for the 79 of Preston Plort, but he is on the borderline of losing the pack.
Yeah, it looks like we're kind of decreasing that number from the 26 at least.
It looks like Franklin Phillips, Alex Mata, Jake Rogers, and Robert Young do have some form of aerodynamic damage. They are not completely up to speed, but they've got more power than Elijah Leonard and Aaron Carlson.
And without that drafting help, Preston's struggling to hang on too. So
He's losing it. 229 to Dylan's 231. So he
Yeah.
is going to fall back. So we are going to be down to 21 cars in the lead pack.
And realistically, that 19th and that 20th and 21st place car is almost struggling to hang on to it as well.
Meanwhile, Matthew Rodriguez is still in the race lead.
And what's interesting is normally you don't want to get a type of lead that Matt Rod's got, but right now it's working out for him because he's able to block both lines really well. Able to move that outside line up on the straightaways and able to move the inside line up more in the corners.
Let's see, 13 laps into this race, fastest lap time. You know it's draft induced, but Dylan Young in the 2 car with a 46.124. Now the qualifying conditions were about clear 80. So they are running faster lap times than Cube because it is 72 degrees outside, not 80. And looks like RJ Reynolds will make a move for the lead here. But Colt Hudson is giving no support. He's got no support at all. Everyone's hugging the top.
It's a very interesting thing there because normally you would want that inside line for corners. So.
And it looks like Hunter Braxton and Greg Torres are going to make a move to the bottom. And now Torres is going to make a move 3 wide for third. But it's only going to get there to be under the 3.
Right now, it looks like I would almost imagine the top 3 would want to be single file there, just kind of break away from the pack, but definitely not doing so.
25, Keith Rich. Oh no, that's Ryan
Actually,
Dalton.
they're passing Matt Rod for the lead.
That's Ryan Dalton in the 250. That's a bit of confusion on my part. There is a 25 in here. I thought, or no, he didn't make the race. That's right. Keith Rich did not make the race. This is what happens when you have 132 names sign up.
This is what happens when you have multiple one car number 2 and just have it different on the entry.
Different on the entry list, yes. So Matt Rod gets passed. And RJ Reynolds gets pushed by Ryan Dalton.
Right now, top 2 single file, the rest of the pack battling vigorously for position. I think at this point, maybe trying to position themselves a little bit. Well, at least Torres, we know, is trying to position himself for pit lane at some point here shortly.
And Torres should be able to go about another 14 laps. But wow, RJ's pulling away. Meanwhile, in real life, William Byron just got the pole for the Daytona 500.
Yeah, first career pole.
And Hendrick went 1, 2, 3, 4 for now.
Hemrick in 5th. Chevy 1 through 5. Logano there in 6th. Not bad.
They are, I don't know how far away they are. Daytona is from Pensacola. I'm guessing it's about 3 hours, maybe more.
I think you'd have to ask Dylan that one.
Well, Dylan's kind of busy. He's on track right now.
When you get a chance, you'd have to ask him.
RJ Reynolds, though, is hanging strong, keeping at least the car length lead over Ryan Dalton. But like I suspected, once they got in 10 laps to a run, they really just kind of start singling it out. They've calmed down pretty well here.
Which is good for the racing. At least it allows them. It's going to be really interesting for the strategy then of where they position themselves.
Let's see, the lines back here staying pretty even as they're catching.
We got our lap car.
Well, Chase Miller is up to speed, so he should not be in the way too much here. I was going to say Kyle Jones, Colt Hudson, Greg Torres, Matt Rod, Jeff Bright, and Hunter Braxton have been pretty much riding side by side the whole run. Yeah, they had to drop about 10 miles an hour right there, but Chase Miller is up to speed. So he should just blend into this pack and increase it from 20 to 21. As Wade Brummer lost the pack.
And they're now 3 wide trying to get around him at least.
Yep, Jeff Bright's got a huge push from Dylan Young. And that'll
4 wide in the pack again, so gonna have to see if they can
look
each other.
Look who's coming into the top 5.
Hello.
And they're gonna catch Elijah Leonard and Aaron Carlson.
This is gonna be bad. This is gonna be so bad because those two are battling.
Dylan Young's looking to make a move, but these two in front are side by side. Everyone's gonna stop now.
Oh, there's gonna be a wreck, I think.
Only if they go 4 wide. Oh man, and oh man. Oh jeez.
They're 4 wide.
They are 4 wide. But they're good.
Wow,
they made
Leonard.
it through that. Dylan Young to the race lead.
That was close with
Now-
Hanley and Leonard.
Now here's a guy who wants to be a great race car driver, someone to be remembered. James Ellison up to 2nd place.
It'd be certainly good way of making a name for yourself to go out and win this event. That would be for sure.
Enzo
Trying
Nereza
to
in the
look to
top
ride.
5 in a race for once, since he just is so terrible in the Hooters series. I guess it's because he's driving a Chevy. I don't know.
Driving a Dodge there. Oh well, maybe well for this one, yeah, maybe that's what it is. He needs to switch from Dodge.
Meanwhile, there are many different manufacturers up here. We got Chevys, Dodges, there's a Pontiac up here, Toyota in the lead.
You know it's doing really good when the defunct manufacturer is up in the top 5.
Xavier Lawton up here in the 33 car. As the pack has been split up a little bit. RJ Reynolds.
I think we're only down to like 16 cars almost there. 17.
16 cars. RJ Reynolds,
Wow.
Jeff Bright, Greg Torres, Hunter Braxton. It looks like Gary Barlow got held up tremendously.
Still kind of is. Chase Miller got held up.
Miller is up to speed. Barlow, though, is definitely going to lose. I think Bright, as long as these three stay single file, I think they have a chance to catch it. Looks like Chase Miller's, Tony Green, not Chase Miller. Tony Green's losing the draft. I think Chase Miller was in the 45 last time, so.
Well, one thing that's going to work against Jeff Bright is the car that's actually pushing him there obviously didn't pit under the caution. Going to have to pit here in a matter of probably about 10 or so laps.
Yeah, they're going to catch, though. They're at 233, 232. Braxton's the only one hindering a little because he's got no one pushing him. Ellison is up on the top side, though. As you see, Jeff Bright's got a huge run. So Bright will slow up here a little bit. I think they should.
A little bit. Depending on if he had anywhere to go, didn't have anywhere to go with the run, unfortunately.
Let's see, Ellison is going to hop down right in front of Torres here.
Yep. Smart move there.
Braxton is borderline losing this draft. Torres actually moved to the top. Braxton follows. He's trying to stay in range. He's just barely there. He is hitting 232. That's not usually a speed you see where you're going to lose it. I think he's got it.
He's got it, yeah.
See, Ellison actually got outran there.
And that was a smart move there by Braxton. Go to the inside line. Don't worry about the draft necessarily in the corner.
Yep, and he has caught up.
Nearly a block in front of him. Torres got blocked coming off turn 4.
So let's take a look back. Here's Barlow, Miller. Those two will probably partner up. There's Carlson and Leonard. Now here's Plord, Brummer, Phillips, Robert Young, and Alex Mata. They formed a group. You can see they're only hitting 229. They seem to be up to speed in a straight line.
Just in the corners, unfortunately.
These cars should be in the main pack, in my opinion. I think just the way of a single file restart might have hampered some of these drivers. If we get a caution, I would think that they would be in the running. Jake Rogers, though, however, is not. He's slow. He might have lost.
That's the worst feeling in a just an exhibition race there, just to have to be riding around.
You see Jake Rogers and those other guys are many laps away. We probably won't see the leaders catch them until we hit pit stops. As RJ Reynolds was at the back of this pack, but he's back at the front going for the lead.
In probably one of the more inferior browsers out there.
Wow. Wow.
I don't really use it. I rarely use Firefox, I'm being honest. I'm Google Chrome like all the way.
Well, sadly, the 78 of Errol Carlson did not want to run the Google Paint scheme, so that team decided to run something called Wacom instead, which I've never heard of in my life.
Go figure.
And there's no sign of Internet Explorer because there's already many Microsoft cars, Xbox cars that were entered into the event.
Who uses Internet Explorer though? Like really? Unless you absolutely have to.
Well, now it's Microsoft Edge, so
Yeah, that too. Well, we were talking about Bright was barely hanging on at one point. He's now up to third, going for second on Dylan Young.
These are definitely some cars we've seen up front pretty much the whole race.
That 14 is strong.
Colt Hudson won heat number 2 on the round 1 day. He's showing speed. Xavier Lawton has been up here. Cody Smart. All these guys that made this race have speed. As we see Teejay Handley and Enzo Nereza at the back of the pack.
That was a daring move there by Ellison.
Hey man, this guy wants it.
Well, he stuck the nose in there on the Napa Chevy there, the 80, and the 80 tried to block, and it nearly ended badly.
Now that's the 80 of Scarlett Rich, one of the, I don't know if she's the only female in this race or not. I think she's the only one in this pack.
Might be.
Let's take a look. Da, 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 da. Oh, Zoe Fernandez was in this race. She retired though. And yeah, it was Scarlett and Zoe. Zoe retired. Sorry about that. Thing in the middle of the screen. And
we just wanted to see what we're looking at the replay. There you go. Greg Torres with a move, making it 3 wide on Cody Smart.
And no help.
Tried to, he just didn't quite get there.
No help. So Torres, we should expect down pit road within 5 laps.
Yeah, he is definitely getting to this point where he desperately wants a caution, just not to be him.
Well, even if he were to pit with no help, I think what would most likely happen is he'll fall eventually to the pack of Wade Brummer and co. As it looks
That'd
like
still be a few laps though of running around with no help.
Gary Barlow has fallen into that pack, so that is now a 6-car pack. Chase Miller, I think, might be in there too. That might make it 7. I'll check real quick because Reynolds is still just chugging away. No, Chase Miller is not. But now these drivers are jostling for positions 20th to 25th. As you see, there is Gary Barlow. No help. Back up to the front. 30 laps complete in this 100-lap event. They are 4 wide in the back.
Oh boy.
Oh, it looked like they were going to be. This is what I'm saying here is when you come off turn 2, turn 4, if the top line has the right people lined up, they get this run. Huh. Interesting off-topic statistic. Hendrick Motorsports with their 700th pole today. Apparently, I had no idea.
Oh, that was really close to wreck there going into 3.
But in circumstances where, Dylan Young's got no help right now. He's going.
Yeah, that. Bye.
Bottom line's just all formed up. But when we see them double file, we'll see them get the runs off the corner, and then the people on the bottom have a run, so they want to make a move. So that's when we get our 3 to 4 wide on entry. But because everyone's got the run on the top, nobody makes a move too. And you end up with what looks to be 3 wide going into the corner, just dissolving back to 2 wide. Dylan Young, though, kind of fell back in the pack now because of that, as they are borderline 4 wide.
Okay, 25 got out of that one. They're leaning, though, in 3 wide back there.
And there's Torres. Torres is slowing up.
Torres pitting.
Torres just pit, and that broke the pack in half. Oh, that just separated this pack completely. Freddie Soto.
Sicko Honda there was leaning.
Freddie Soto, Kyle Jones, Cody Smart, Lawton, Nereza, Ellison, Scarlett Rich, Teejay Handley all had to slow up. Tony Green might catch back up, though, because of this.
If they can get formed up, though, they should be able to try and catch them once again, I would imagine.
Well, here's the good thing, Charles, is if everyone pits on the same lap, you wouldn't want to be Kyle Jones right on the bumper of someone like Rod Hayes, because that's how you'll lose the pack when cars come out of pit road, because You want to be able to enter pit road and be right at the pit speed limit. You don't want to have to be going 45 at the commitment line. That's how you lose time. Reynolds still in the lead. Looked like we were going to go 4 wide again. Nope, just back to 2 wide. As I think they're catching someone. Yep, Jake Rogers.
Yep.
This could help that pack as well. They're only 3 seconds back from the leader. Looks like 2.5 from Rod Hayes.
Looks like it. Reynolds. Oh, and here comes Torres. So he's going to be able to maybe blend right in with the lead pack.
Reynolds will make an easy move to the inside of Jake Rogers. Dylan Young and
Jake
others are going to have to
also.
slow up.
Inside line was able to get by just fine.
Torres is going to blend right in. I think, is Jeff Bright thinking of pitting?
Bright thought about it. He thought about trying to help with Torres there.
So now Torres has been 2 laps removed from pitting. So the rest of the field we should see pit in 2 to 4 laps.
Okay.
Because they did pit coming lap 3 to lap 4.
Yeah, true. They would have had the same amount of caution laps that Torres had. So.
And they're going to catch Carlson and Leonard again. So this will further help. I don't think.
Oh man.
Oh.
Why is it that they're always battling every time?
Colt Hudson's going to benefit from this. Maybe, no. They're all going to get stuck. Oh my gosh. Jeff Bright up the middle.
This definitely will help that second pack.
But I have a bad feeling someone's going to run out of fuel because of this, because this is borderline pit stop time.
And now Hudson finally will clear, and they're going to split the 78 car down the front straightaway.
Oh, they are borderline 4 wide. They are 4 wide.
They are 4 wide.
I think they're going to clear it easy,
They got
though.
back to 3.
Yep. So Dylan's Matt Rod, second in line behind Bright and Hudson.
Torres got stuck in behind the 78.
But once again, RJ Reynolds falls backwards because of lap traffic.
And Kev's going to be triggered again.
Honestly, though, that is the strongest car we've seen all day. I mean, if you just get by lap traffic the right way when you're in the lead, this man's probably going to win this thing, because we have seen people have a very tough time getting runs on the 68.
That is definitely for sure.
But Heat 2 winner on day 1 of Heats, Colt Hudson in the lead. We're on lap 37 as Matthew
And
Rodriguez.
Matt Rod he's also got one of those really strong cars here today, it looks like.
Yeah, him and Jeff Bright. Jeff Bright's never left the front from the looks of things.
With the exception of being that one time with the lap
Look at
traffic.
RJ Reynolds is antsy, man. He is antsy.
Well, maybe he needs to have aggression as his best stat then for my series.
Apparently, you know, these were 8100 splits, but I think the 68 is showing that he is set to 100 today.
He is definitely being aggressive out there.
Here we go.
Pitting.
Pit stops. Matt Rod, Jeff Bright, RJ Reynolds, and Ryan Dalton. Cody Smart. Look, see how he's closing up? Jake
Rogers also.
Xavier Lawton. Handley.
35 did a great job on Handley, although Handley with that first pit stall on pit entry. The second one, actually.
Scarlett Rich actually pit the lap before. She's coming out.
So that's going to be interesting.
But the pack is split again. So Torres did luck out, because when he came out of pit road, he was right in the pack, so he should leave off with no problems.
As long as he gets someone to draft with for this one extra lap or whatever, yeah, I think he'll be just fine.
See who else is going to pit here this
It's
time.
like the 21 and the 64 maybe? Yep.
Hudson, Hayes,
The 3
Dylan
does not
Young,
pit.
Dylan.
Hunter Braxton stays out.
Soto's coming down, yep.
Ellison also staying out one extra lap.
Braxton is the leader. So this is what we want to watch here, though. Torres. So Torres is right behind Scarlett Rich.
And it looks like he will be able to merge in with a lot of the people we saw in the lead pack before, so.
Yeah, here's Smart, Dalton, Reynolds, Jeff Bright, Matt Rod.
Wow, Matt Rod way out in front.
Well, we will step aside, and we'll be back in a few laps. We are back at Pensacola! Oh my goodness!
God!
Head-on impact between Xavier Lawton,
Oh, and Ellison's in
Jeff
it.
Bright, Ellison's in it, Tony Green.
Oh,
Hunter Braxton came out of pit road. They were 3 wide behind him, and he got turned. And the
a
caution
very
is
tough
out.
break for a lot of people.
And a lot of good race cars have been taken out of this thing.
Well, we were saying during the break that we were gonna be lucky to get a caution if it got spread out.
And as soon as we said something, here comes the caution.
Yeah. So there's the caution that some of the people that were definitely farther back from this would want. Preston Plord comes to mind as well as one of those.
Ryan Dalton got damage. That's going to hurt him aerodynamically. Greg Torres. We'll see if anyone pits here. They all just pit anyways. Teejay Handley had been separated. Kyle Jones has door damage. Nareza and Barlow are big ones that were. Oh, and here we go.
Looks like they're gonna have some, I guess. One of the things I was gonna say during the break there was that Braxton probably was gonna be able to make it on one more pit stop. Maybe the rest of the field not so much, but that obviously got taken out of the consideration. And
let's see who's pitting. No one's pitting. Oh, wait.
Cody Smart, Torres,
Dalton.
25, I guess, is actually I think the 25 was more of an obvious one.
And Kyle Jones. Anyone else?
Nope.
Chase Miller's catching up. Well, let's take a look at the horrendous accident here on lap 41. All right, here we go. We're looking at the wreck. As you can see, Braxton pulling up, and what it was is Reynolds decided he wanted to go 3 wide. Young pulls down from Dalton.
And then Braxton, I guess the spotter must have told him that Reynolds was going to be coming low with a full head of steam. Braxton, trying to give him room, is going to move up the track a little bit here.
I think this was just a scenario where they were about to be 4 wide right on corner entry.
And it's going to be that 23 there.
Oh, he thought he was going to sneak on by, but right there, contact is made. And Jeff Bright, who's had a fast car all race,
nowhere to go.
Up into the wall. Dalton with damage, Smart, Braxton.
And it's going to be Bright's car, unfortunately, that just can't. He's holding the brakes. He's trying at this point because he's already hit the wall. But he's trying to hold it up there as much as he can, but the banking is going to carry this car down the track. And unfortunately, going to be right in front of some people.
Yeah, there was somebody there on the apron. But he's about to stop right here, and then, oh man, Jesus.
Sitco Honda there, the chase car, 45, both involved.
Elijah Leonard already has damage, but he squeezes by. So does Aaron Carlson.
There's going to be someone who comes, I think it's Ellison on the apron is going to come along and
yep, here he comes. You see Kyle Jones up top making it through Jake Rogers. Ellison's trying to stop, but there's no hope right there.
Unfortunately, black smoke from Ellison's car. I believe he's going to be done for the day.
Yep. Yeah, all these guys right here are done. And up ahead, we saw Teejay Handley was all the way on the apron.
Based on his line, he was down in the grass at one point.
Oh, but that's
super speedway racing at its worst at times there. So.
All right, well, when you get spread out, that's when it can get really bad. Braxton went straight down pit road. His day is over. And hopefully Jeff Bright and Xavier Lawton are okay. We'll take you to the race restart. Getting ready to go back racing. Tony Green, Xavier Lawton, James Ellison, Jeff Bright, Hunter Braxton, they're all done. Chase Miller, we know, is 3 down. Something looks like to have happened to Franklin Phillips. He's 4 laps down, not sure why. Aaron Carlson, Elijah Leonard, we know, are 2 down each. And Jake Rogers is 1 lap down. We've only got 19 cars on the lead lap. I think we had more 2.5 years ago, but anyway, it's lap 44. No one really pits, so I think we're going to see everyone should be pitting around lap 70 one last time. But here's your rundown. Lead lap cars, Matthew Rodriguez in the lead, Colt Hudson, Rod Hayes, RJ Reynolds has been fast, Freddie Soto, Dylan Young, Jacob Dillon, Scarlett Rich, Teejay Handley, Enzo Nareza, Gary Barlow, Preston Plord, Alex Mata, the pole sitter, Wade Brummer, Robert Young, Greg Torres, Cody Smart, Kyle Jones, and Ryan Dalton. Now, Smart, Jones, and Dalton all pit, as well as Greg Torres. Those four will probably go another 5 laps longer than the rest of the field. There's Franklin Phillips 4 down. I do not know what happened to him. But there are 5 cars that are going to be in the way, maybe more. Green flags back out. And we've got 56 laps of racing left, Charles.
Still plenty of time for some more insanity here.
And the lap cars are going to be the cause of it. Matt Rod
Yeah.
and Hudson are the only ones by. Who's going to get by next?
How wide are they going to be getting by them, too, is going to be another question. They're 4 wide already back here. No stagger.
Now they are. Now they are.
Now they are. Best Buy Napa there. Teejay Handley on that far outside line. They get back down to 3.
As Carlson's holding up the middle. Leonard's holding up the top. Jake Rogers.
And Jake Rogers is holding up the bottom.
This is just chaos.
It doesn't matter of who can get by it.
Look at all this movement right
Hello.
here. Look at all this movement on the front straightaway.
Yeah, that's
Man.
pretty realistic for real life. Oh, dang, Leonard.
I think
now
Leonard
it's
almost
time to
got
block.
Leonard just about got spun out by Freddie Soto right there.
Yeah, I think he also tried to block him too, which is not a smart idea.
Let's see, at the back of this pack is Carlson. Ryan Dalton. Oh my god, Dalton is so slow. This car is so slow. It's
200.
200 miles an hour. He's slower than Carlson is. Chase
I
Miller.
didn't think that was going to be possible.
So let's see. This is the tail end of this group. That is-
Realistically, we kind of have 2 of them already.
There's the main group up front. Let's see. Plord is up to speed. Barlow, Smart,
We know Rogers is not.
Jones and Soto. Robert Young, Hanley, they're up to speed. How about that? Defending winner next to the defending car. Torres is up here. It looks like Franklin Phillips is up to speed. It looks like maybe just a pit road glitch, because he's hanging on. There's
Which, that's
RJ Reynolds.
unfortunate.
Wade Brummer, who had lost the draft earlier, is up here. Same with Alex Mata. 2 Dodges battling for the lead, though. It's Colt Hudson and Rod Hayes.
And go figure, like 3 of the top 4 there are all Dodges.
Dodge was dominating early on heat day number 1. If I go back to my notes, they had a total of 5 cars advanced that day, which was the most, tied with Chevy. Oh, well, 1 less than Chevy. Chevy had 6 advance on day 1. But it looks like Hudson's getting that outside line push from Dylan Young. Enzo Nareza into the top 5. We haven't seen him in a while. They're 4 wide back here.
They're
As
going to get
Soto-
back down to 3 pretty easily, though. That
Right.
was Matt Rod on the outside.
Yeah, this is that second group coming up, joining the fun. Let's see, Barlow, Young, Smart, and Plord. Looks like Kyle Jones is going to lose from his aero damage.
Yeah, it looks like it, unfortunately. But can maybe catch a good timely caution. Who knows?
Well, they are 4 wide.
Yeah.
Now, the only lap car, I think, in this pack that is up to speed is Franklin Phillips. Ryan Dalton is extremely slow. We've gone 4 laps. He's already 17 seconds back. Make it that 23 seconds back. We're going to have another caution, Charles.
Yeah, I mean, we're turning a 46-second lap, so we're going to catch him basically in, like, 3 laps.
And I think things are getting pretty amped up because they are still going 4 wide.
Yeah, but luckily that 4 wide, it comes with 1 car all alone on that outside line. So right now they're able to get down to 3 wide pretty easily, but 3 wide when they get to that lap car is going to be very treacherous.
Well, for the first time today, Freddie Soto has led a lap. Gary Barlow has made it to the front. RJ Reynolds is back into the front. I'm not sure if he's going to get pumped. Holy crap, Wade Brummer.
Oh, jeez.
Just straight up to the top. And I thought
Not
we
a
were going to
smart
go.
idea.
Thought we were going to go 4 wide again there. Wade Brummer's going to get back to the bottom here. I don't know what he's doing.
Looks like he's trying to get wrecked.
Well, Ryan Dalton will take care of that.
Yeah. I think you definitely want to be single file, no more than 2 wide when you catch Dalton.
So it's looking like we pretty much got a 17-car group here. Florida's just dangling on the edge there. Kyle Jones has lost the draft. And then we probably have...
So an 18-car pack when you include Phillips, so...
Yes, 18-car pack including Franklin Phillips if he's still up here, which he is.
Well, he's still in the pack.
Florida's going to lose it, so we're going to be down to 17. Robert Young, Cody Smart there dangling for life. But we're back to 2 wide for the most part, as Gary Barlow and Freddie Soto are pulling away. And if this race goes green, we're going to lap Ryan Dalton probably 7 times. We are halfway though, finally. With half the field left, more or less. Awkward silence.
Yeah, sorry. Having to... something.
But Soto's still in the lead. I think we're about to catch Ryan Dalton. Yep, should be this lap. There he is. Oh gosh.
This is going to be interesting when they get to him.
And let's just see how dramatic it'll be. Let's go to his rear camera.
Oh, that was good timing. Good to have that there.
Them small dots are getting pretty big. It's literally 30 miles an hour off pace.
Yeah.
Greg Torres on the bottom, Soto on the top. Holy crap! Woo!
Okay. Yeah, it was luck.
He got split up the middle straight up. He's gonna just move out of the way completely.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Except for Wade Brummer.
That was a good idea to move out of the way.
That was crazy though. I mean, they just split him up right. As Greg Torres is gonna take
Torres
the lead.
was the beneficiary.
Well, look at this. 7 cars got through easy. 8, 7, yeah.
On the bright side, this time the 78 and the 26 won't be battling.
Well, and that's the bad thing, Charles, because Carlson's going the same rate of speed as Ryan Dalton, so now we have 2 cars that are going to cause cautions. At least
well,
when
they
he...
can't cause the caution at the same time. That's for sure.
Well, single file up front, though. Top 8.
That's unfortunate.
Well,
they hurt us.
well, yep, correct. Matt Rod's like, okay, I'm going to make a move here. I don't like this guy.
And the 2 strongest cars of the day are running 1-2 now.
I'm going to correct you there, and I'm going to say the 3 strongest cars of the day are about to be 1, 2, 3. Matt Rod, Reynolds, and Dylan Young. Could have had Jeff Bright up here, but he got taken out. Rod Hayes has been up here pretty much the whole race, though. He's shown good speed. This group, man, they really separated this group, though, because of... That's what I'm talking about with Ryan Dalton. Look, Colt Hudson's back here, Jacob Dillon's.
All it's going to take is a 78 holding him up again to be able to make him maybe catch up a little bit. Cody Smart was a big loser.
Yep, Cody's going to lose the draft. Where's Preston Plord? Is he on the racetrack still? He is, okay.
He's 6 seconds back, so at some point he lost the draft.
I skipped over him. I guess I just went through the running order.
As the 78
it's going to hold up.
Holds up Handley and the 21.
Yep, that's Rod Hayes. They should be pretty safe here, though. They're still right there. Oh, yeah, they're going to be fine. Well, next on the chopping list
is going to be the 26. Although he's got friends now.
Kyle Jones is about to fall back to this pack, too. They're not
Which
going
that might help.
They're not going super fast, though, so that could get sketchy.
Not going super fast, but also not going super slow.
They are still half a track away, though, so we shouldn't have to worry for another 20 laps.
I think we'll be able to pit before we have to worry about them.
Yeah, everyone will be pitting before that happens. Now, Greg Torres was like, oh, you want to work with me, Matt Rod? Okay, I'll pass you too. Let's see, fun facts. What can I do for fun facts out of this top 8 grouping? Try and figure out who made it in on day 1. Greg Torres made it in on day 3. Freddie Soda made it in on day 1. Dylan Young made it in through his last chance qualifier. Matthew Rodriguez made it through his last chance qualifier, same one as Dylan Young. RJ Reynolds made it in through his LCQ. Gary Barlow made it in on day 3 of the heats. Teejay Handley was an LCQ winner, same LCQ as Reynolds. And the 21 of Rod Hayes finished 3rd in Heat 2 on day 1. So that is our top 8.
Not a bad top 8.
And you can see Hudson and others are now 4 seconds back, so these guys are just running single file, Charles. They're hitting 233, 234. I mean, they're flying. These guys are
definitely quick here.
These guys got the mentality right now of, hey, we're all by ourselves. We should just work together, let someone lead a lap here and there, and then we'll just bounce away from the rest of the field.
Not a bad mentality, although now Teejay Handley unfortunately doesn't have anyone behind him.
Yeah, but that back end's not completely torn off, so he should be okay. Maybe not, because Hayes has a huge run. But the thing is Torres is all the way on the top side. Yeah, Handley's still going faster than Torres. They are starting to move around a little bit more now.
Yeah, just a tad.
But you can see it looks like about 7/10 faster than Colt Hudson. Nereza's back here. Lap car Franklin Phillips, Scarlett Rich, and then pole sitter Alex Mata. So not a lot of cars up here versus what's up front. Jacob Dillons, Wade Brummer, they're still back here. Robert Young has lost speed. Lord's all the way back here. Kyle Jones has still not been caught by Jake Rogers. Oh, they're about to catch him right here. There's Ryan Dalton. So Dalton will be caught first. As Gary Barlow going for the lead. We are about 10 laps away from our last pit stops of the race, Charles.
It's going to be interesting. That's going to be part of the craziness of where do you want to position yourself for that final pit stop?
They are 3 wide in this pack, though. It looks like you're right, though. TJ might be losing this draft.
He needs them to be going 3 wide or 4 wide even to be able to catch up, I think.
And TJ, though, if he wants to win this race, he's definitely going to have to get pushed there. He's not going to be able to make some crazy 3 wide move into turn 3 like he did last time. Speaking of
he definitely doesn't have the arrow to be able to do it, at least.
Speaking of manufacturers, we've got 3 Fords up here, a Dodge, a Pontiac.
Got 3 Pontiacs, actually.
No, 3
Toyotas. Or, 3 Toyotas, sorry. 3 Toyotas, yeah, Pontiac.
3 Toyotas, 3 Fords, a Dodge, and a Pontiac.
Yeah.
So, despite...
And there's the 25.
Despite there being 14 Chevys... This is one of them, despite there being 14 Chevys on the entry list.
Oh, Matt Rod, that was not a bright idea. Oh, jeez.
They're going to split them mad easy, though, this time.
that was what Handley needed, though, because now Handley's right back in this, and he's going to have a car behind him.
I don't know. Matt Rod might lose the draft.
I think he's going to have a better shot than Handley did.
I can agree with that.
How about RJ Reynolds being sent to the back out of that?
He'll be all right. Reynolds has not been to the front yet. It's been pretty much Torres.
Are they pitting?
No, they're not pitting, not yet. It's been Torres, Soto, and Dylan Young up front pretty much this whole run. I haven't seen Reynolds really get to the front. By the way, checking that lap time. Rod Hayes with the fast lap now. Okay, and how about this, Charles? Look who's second on that fastest lap board. But we know he did that before he got killed, so.
Yeah. There's no way that was after.
But if we look at this top 10 in this pack, Hayes first, Young third, Reynolds fourth, Barlow fifth, Soto seventh, Matt Rod eighth, and Torres ninth. We've
Green
also
has risen to the top.
Colt Hudson, we know has speed. He is sixth, and then we noticed Jeff Bright, who was up front. He's out of the race now, but he is 10th on this list. So we're clearly right about who has speed, aren't we, Charles?
Yeah, that is definitely for sure.
This pack starting to split away a little bit. Top five here: Matt Rod, Handley, and Reynolds. This is a little tricky. Man, Matt Rod's hitting 235. That's the highest speed I've seen all day.
Well, if he's able to keep it up, he might actually set that fastest lap of the race.
Only if he stays in line. And no. He would have been having to maintain at least 232. It's going to be a close lap. We'll stick on him just to see what he gets here.
I mean, his last lap was only a 10th off of his fastest of the race, so.
Looks like Barlow is trying to get second from Soto. 35 to go at the start-finish line. Now Matt Rod pulled out at the last second. Wow!
45.96 though.
That's the top speed on the day. Woo! I don't think anyone else is going to get into a 45. Matt Rod did that, and look where he's going. Third place! You know what channel the Clash is going to be on, off topic? So I can change it here in the studio.
Fox Sports 1.
I don't know if the studio lets us get channels that we're not supporting, since this is a speed
Well, Speed
broadcast.
became Fox Sports 1.
Yes, but we're not supposed to say that, remember? Anyways, Torres is still leading. Matt Rod back up to second. 3 wide for third as, oh no. Oh no. Oh my
boy.
God.
Oh boy.
Here we go. Here we go. Chaos before the pit stops. We're probably 6 laps away from that now. So, Barlow just saw the pack.
78.
Barlow saw the pack and he's like, holy crap.
Okay. That was close.
Now, if Colt Hudson and his friends weren't 9 seconds back, I'd say they have a pretty good shot of catching up.
And Handley's not going to get any favors from the 78.
And we're going to go 3 wide. Oh, yeah. Holy crap.
That sounds like a good idea.
This is going to help. Oh, is Torres going to pass Jones on the right? He's trying, but Jones got that push at 224. This is going to let
the lap cars are the lap cars are deciding a battle for the lead.
TJ just got screwed.
Oh, Handley. Poor Handley.
Oh, no, wait. He's going to get back to the bottom here. Reynolds is riding on the top side. And it looks like your new leader is going to be Matthew Rodriguez. As Torres and Soto are going to fall to the back. Now, Jones is somewhat up to speed, so he's not going to be a complete hindrance. But Torres is the one stuck on the top.
And Handley needs to clear the 6 here.
He needs to get down. Torres needs to get down right now. Yep, there he goes.
He will, so.
2 3-car groups right here, though. Barlow's going to move out. He knows Dylan Young's right behind them. And Plourd's going to come up here soon. By the way, let's look at our top lap down car of the day. It is Kyle Jones right now. He's the only dude 1 lap down.
I think that's more of a sentimental prize. I mean, that means absolutely nothing in this race.
I think Ryan Dalton and Aaron Carlson are going to fall to the bottom here soon. We know Franklin Phillips is up to speed. You know Franklin wants to get 20th, 4 laps
Okay,
down.
you were talking about off-topic things? How about this? The Forum Nation thing? I just got an email 33 minutes ago saying there's a new account.
Okay
The
then.
thing that never gets used anymore. Someone signed up for it.
So I guess NRSL, we're going back to our forums now. I mean, I haven't used the damn thing in forever.
I haven't either.
I tried doing signups on the forum once and no one signed up, so you know. I was like, well, I'm not doing the forum again. As we're 3 wide for the lead, and they're catching Preston Plord, and Dylan Young's
Oh,
probably
yeah.
like, no.
I think what we need to do is have Dylan when he's
And
done
RJ
racing-
Reynolds should
Oh!
pit.
What we need to do is when Dylan's done racing here, he needs to go over there and put a link to the Discord onto the forum. That's what needs to happen. That's the last thing that goes up over there.
Oh, Wade Brummer just came out of pit road. So,
Oh?
so Charles, are we gonna see another wreck? Because
That's a good question.
this time, because we know it's the last pit stop, we're not taking no commercial break.
So if there is a plow or a LePage type incident, you'll see it here. Live.
Live this time. Soto's going for the lead, but he's got no help. You can tell who's pitting because they got the hands out the window. I think Hayes is coming down. Teejay Handley's definitely coming down.
Like Handley, yep.
Handley, Matt Rod, and Barlow are going to pit together. Torres just got screwed from Preston Plord slowing down. So Soto, Hayes, and Dylan Young are up here by themselves. Soto and Hayes are probably looking for Dylan to get in line, or they're going to lose a little bit of speed here.
Well, they're at least in line, so that's a good sign.
Jake Rogers
Oh,
coming out
boy.
of pit road.
I think Rogers should be fine to get around him.
Oh, Ryan Dalton.
Oh, and Dalton, of course. Oh, 21's pitting.
Hayes and Young are going to slow up. They're not going to risk getting stuck out. That's going to
I
hurt.
don't think Soto's pitting. Soto's
No.
not pitting.
No, he is.
Oh, yeah, he is.
He's
Okay.
blazing in here. Everyone got pretty spaced out right there. Torres is going to stay out. Remember, he pit under the caution.
So he's going to be able to make it a few extra laps.
I don't think it's going to be a really big advantage. Unless,
Especially considering he's only able to really draft up to lap cars, which he can't stay with.
yeah, those lap cars aren't going to stay with him. You see Dalton, he's passing to the right. Gets back in line for Jake Rogers' draft.
I mean, every little bit helps, but
Well, Kyle Jones is up here. There's Reynolds, Matt Rod, Handley, and Gary Barlow. So this is our first main group to look at right here.
and unfortunately Hanley's going to get passed as here comes Torres, so one lap later.
Let's see. There's Dylan Young, Hayes, and there's Soto.
And none of them are close to each other.
Nope, none of them are indeed. But watch Dylan Young first. We'll see if he can come out because we're probably going to go green from here on out. And I think all these cars are going to be in the pack.
Going to be interesting to see at least.
Yeah, Dylan's going to hold up someone here.
Matt Rod's going to try to go to the outside.
Reynolds is going to get held up.
I think that was more strategy though.
And Hayes and
Maybe.
Soto should be good. Where is the 6 of Torres? Oh, he's just coming out of pit road.
Yeah,
Oh, there's
that's
no
not
way.
good. 'Cause
Soto's
there goes the 16.
well, Soto doesn't really matter. He's not in the pack. Hayes and the
There's
others do.
21.
Yep. There's no way Torres is going to stick with these guys.
So move one guy out of it.
It's going to be a 7-car pack between Handley, Reynolds, Barlow, Young, Rodriguez, Hayes, and Soto.
And only 6 of them have really shown anything to be able to actually contend because Handley has fallen off when he didn't have someone behind him.
Looks like Young's going to slow up for Soto. And Matt Rod.
Matt Rod doesn't, And he's going to get the lead.
Yep, Matt Rod is your leader at 26 laps to go. But remember, Charles, there's about 10 people who are slow and are going to be in the way.
True.
Hanley's...
Very, very true.
I'm telling you, Charles, you keep doubting this man. He keeps drafting back up on the bottom. And now he's getting left out to dry. So
Keep doubting him.
Matt Rod's going to get left out to dry by Dylan Young as they're going to lap Cody Smart for the first time today. That'll put us to 15 cars on the lead lap, and then I believe Robert Young is next to get lapped. No one has retired. Sometimes people like to give up on their pit stop. But it looks like...
Hanley's now going to at least have some people behind him, so that's going to help him out at least a little bit.
And we'll see if Smart is up to speed or not here. We know there are cars that are not in this group that are up to speed, like Franklin Phillips. Smart looks like he's holding up the speed.
I think he is. The only damage the only thing we've seen him in was the incident with Hunter Braxton, where he got into the had damage to the left front, maybe.
And here's Robert Young, letting Dylan Young use him as a pick.
Yeah, go figure.
He's getting way too far out front, though.
Yeah.
Smart, I think Smart's going to stay in this group.
Smart will, yeah.
Not sure about Robert Young. And next up is the very slow car of Aaron Carlson.
Yeah, well, we know he's not.
Mata is mostly up to speed. He's by himself in 14th. Scarlett Rich just came down pit road again. Here's Jacob Dillons, Franklin Phillips by themselves. And then it's Wade Brummer, Colt Hudson, and Enzo Nereza. These are the three cars we know are up to speed that would love to see a caution flag. Torres included. It looks like Robert Young is not up to speed.
Certainly appears so.
He's gonna
Which
fall.
that's going to be about the only thing Cody Smart can gain out of being in this lead pack. It might be able to gain some positions as they lap some guys.
Right.
Other than that, he's going to need a well-timed caution to be able to actually get back into this.
We saw Scarlett Rich on pit road. Not sure if she's getting lapped here or not, or if she was the leader. She might have been the leader. I don't think we noticed if she was or not, but... No, she wasn't the leader, but she pit again for some reason.
Well, maybe just didn't get full fuel. Who knows?
Wait, where is the 80? There she is.
Right, there she is, yeah.
Don't know.
The world may never know.
But Matt Rod and Dylan Young are going for this lead. Two Toyotas. A reminder of our lead lap cars in this pack. We've got 3 Yoders, 3 Fords, and
Toyota,
a Dodge.
Dodge, yeah.
Oh my gosh!
Okay. And he's gonna block Reynolds. That was wow.
Well, I think Reynolds has gotten sick of getting blocked by these lap cars, Charles.
He's having none of it.
Because he was like, not this time, man. It's 20 laps to go. Matt Rod and Hayes pull away, but Young, Reynolds, and Soto are definitely going to catch up. Now I'm a little worried about Teejay Handley. He is pretty far back here. He does have Smart behind him. Barlow got held up, though. This might help Torres if he can get by Carlson the right way. You can see that Robert Young is slow. Barlow's just like, gosh, I got screwed.
That part has almost made it look like he was trying to think maybe he pushed him. Who knows?
Now, if my memory is right, the amount of cars that were in the pack at the end of the race 2.5 years ago was either 5 or 6.
Well, we're rivaling that this year.
And the way the move went was the top 3 were single file, and there were 2 more cars right behind them. second place made a move, and then third place made a move. They went 3 wide into the corner, fourth and fifth caught up, and they drafted it out that way. But we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we've got 2 Yoders, 2 Fords, and a Dodge. Handley is not catching back up, so Handley has ran out of luck.
Yeah.
Until we get to Elijah Leonard.
I was gonna say, I mean, we're saying he's run out of luck, but depends on how badly they get held up. It's gonna take a lot of help.
19 laps to go now. And this race is shaping up to be about the same time duration as the first one. The first one was 1 hour and 36 in total length. And this race is shaping up to be about the same time. If we go green, which I think we should. Young making a move, no real help, but he'll still get there to the inside of Matt Rod. Remember, Matt Rod is arguably the fastest car left. But Dylan Young, top 5 in speed. Reynolds and Hayes, all top 5. Soto is 8th on that list.
Well, it should come as no surprise. These are the 5 cars we've basically talked about the most all day, with the exception of maybe Soto there, really in the 16.
Soto showed his speed about on the lap 40 restart. Barlow, we know, is up to speed. TJ's just been here. If TJ didn't have that back end damage, I think, from that checkup under caution, he would have had a really fast car.
Now got the 23 pushing him, which might be able to help him with trying to help the 91, but
right now Hayes is
not going to get him up here.
Oh, Ryan Dalton is in the way.
Hello.
Leonard's in the way.
Okay, Wise there in the 21.
Oh, Dalton just about blocked Hayes.
Why is he blocking? He's 4 laps down at this point.
Oh, what's going to happen to Barlow and Co? Oh, they're not going to get around him the right way. No. That's going to seal that fate. Handley's like, come on, man, what are you doing?
And unfortunately, this is going to get him blocked in behind the 25.
That's going to seal that fate for now. Alex Mata, driver 13th on the board, is going to get lapped here shortly. Scarlet Rich did follow lap.
I was going to say bad pit stop for him then, because we saw he was in a 5-car draft before, so.
It's down to these 5 still. Yeah, Barlow and Handley are very far back now.
Handley just got past the 26, I think.
They're gonna need a double wide block of lap cars to the leaders,
which I don't think we're getting.
Damn, get enough sleep last night?
Do I ever?
Well, I'm in Massachusetts, you're in California, so I understand the pain.
The matter of enough sleep is a universal concept.
And Mata will get caught here, and then...
Well, I mean, we were talking about the battling lap cars.
I mean, it might come down to Jake Rogers and Chase Miller, or it's going to be Aaron Carlson.
We'll have to see.
15 to go.
Top five are single file as they approach the 17, who I don't think is actually off the pace. Lost the draft.
Oh, they're going to get held up by him, though. Barlow is only 1.8 seconds back. Is this going to help him? Smart is actually in front of TJ.
Smart got ahead of 44. Yikes.
They're going to go 2 wide while they get by the 17 of Mata. Oh, Hayes is thinking about 3 wide. He's thinking about it, and he's going to... Oh, that was borderline 4 wide on entry.
Mata got out of that as the lap car, though, so...
I thought he was about to turn Soto straight up to the wall.
Yikes.
No, not gonna be enough. Matt Rod's still trying to make moves. He's got no help. His Toyota friend's in front of him.
But he's got a strong car, which is sometimes all you need at a plate track, so...
Looks like we're gonna finish this race with 12 cars on the lead lap.
Time will tell on that one, probably.
Lots of movement going on now. Matt Rod's got Soto helping as Hayes and Reynolds are on the top, and they will get to the inside of Hayes. Young's leading the pack up front. So we're definitely going to catch Jake Rogers, Chase Miller, and Aaron Carlson. But there's no sign of any other slow cars unless somehow Ryan Dalton plummets back to them again.
Which is very possible.
Yes.
Let's be honest, that's possible.
It's very possible indeed. Yes, Ryan Dalton is 5. No, wait. Actually, Carlson's 5 laps down. Dalton is down to 4 now. And if Franklin Phillips can catch Elijah Leonard, he might just get that 20th place finish.
Hey, top 20, that would be.
Single file in the top 5. Matt Rod, Hayes. Hayes is looking. Doesn't go. Now Matt Rod's like, yeah, we'll go. Soto and Reynolds at the back. Reynolds, it looked like Reynolds has more speed with more cars. But Reynolds has not gotten back to the lead. It's been either Matt Rod, Young, Soto, or Hayes. Reynolds just been kind of clinging on. We know he doesn't have damage, but maybe he's just being smart.
Maybe, but he's definitely been aggressive, so he's got it there when he needs to.
So Young will now plummet to 5th place. It's their single file once again. As Reynolds looking to make a move, but he's got 0 assistance. And it looks like he actually got down to the bottom. And Dylan Young's making it 3 wide for 3rd.
Yeah.
Dylan's like, I don't care, RJ, you're not getting up to 3rd. And
It's like basically gave him a piece of his own medicine there for the aggressiveness.
man, Dylan Young wants to win this one as here comes Aaron Carlson. Young is moving left and right. Now he's looking to pass Rod Hayes for 2nd.
Yeah, poor time because there's the 78.
And they all have to slam the brake pedals. Soto's looking to go high. Matt Rod's still stuck behind the 78, and it'll be Young and Reynolds who go by first, followed by Soto. Barlow and Handley might get up there. Matt Rod's going to be hurt the most, and now Carlson jumps in front of Hayes. Hayes and Matt Rod are going to get separated from the top 3. Coming to 10 laps to go.
And that 16 car is not all that close to the 68.
Well, what's going to happen here is now Barlow and Handley are back in it. Look at this.
Well, yeah, somewhat. But at least they've got more of a shot than they did about 5 laps ago.
This is 5-car pack to 3 cars.
2.5 because of how far apart that 16 is.
But they are making moves back here. Barlow knows now he's got a shot, and Jake Rogers and Chase
still battling.
They are just been side by side for like 30 laps or something. And now Dylan Young side by side with Reynolds off of turn 4. Young's gonna have to hit the brake pedal, so will Reynolds. Soto's gonna come in. He's going to hit the brake pedal. Oh boy, here we go. We're going from 5 back to 7. We're going to go from 5 back to 7. With 9 laps to go, Miller finally slides up. It's Reynolds back in the lead. Soto's looking for a move, but Young's helping the 68. And now Jake Rogers came back down right as they caught him.
Oh, no. Buddy, can't do that.
Hayes is stuck behind Chase Miller. Barlow, Matt Rod, making moves. Rogers
and Barlow's still stuck behind him.
But they've got the draft. Matt Rod just got blocked again.
Jake Rogers not making buddies out here as a lap car.
But they've still got the speed, Charles. They've still got the speed. This is the car that hit 235 earlier.
Yep, Dylan Young now making the move on Reynolds.
Barlow gets held up again, but Handley's back in it. Hayes, Barlow.
That is for sure.
Cody Smart, the
Handley
lap car.
wins this, like, holy crap.
I would not be surprised. He's been riding all day.
He's had no choice but to ride all day.
We're coming to 7 to go. And Dylan Young's edging out front. Are we going to catch anybody else is the question.
Dalton? Question mark?
Oh my god, we are. We might catch Elijah Leonard too. That should do it though. I think we've got two more.
There can't be any more else.
One more lap car, borderline 2. We're at 7 to go. I mean, come on.
Handley getting pushed by Smart.
Matt Rod and Young though, these cars have been so fast, man.
2 Toyotas working together. Well, maybe not.
Oh, Matt Rod was peeking there, but you can see when Hanley's on the
Sending a
bottom.
warning message.
What's up?
I said sending a warning message.
6 to go.
Don't leave the bottom open.
It looks like TJ's better on the top. And there's
He's
Matt
there.
Rod. Yeah,
And we've seen both lines are kind of equal when not getting shoved, so.
Well, TJ's got Smart behind him, and there's 3 fast cars on the top. They're getting runs. Reynolds will move behind Matt Rod. And he's going to make it 3 wide, and is it going to be 3 wide?
Yeah,
Yes, it is.
3 wide for the race lead.
Oh!
And there's okay! Wow, what a move!
Reynolds and Young are the 2 that get by first.
That was bold.
And now Hanley's going to make it 3 wide under Soto. No, wait. Smart, the lap car's making a move. Gary Barlow is pushing the crap out of him. And Matt Rod is
his best shot to make it up to the front.
Matt Rod's getting blocked by
Rod's out of
Ryan
it.
Dalton. He's out of it. There's no way. Young's going to make a move on Reynolds.
Right now, it's a 2-car fight. Dylan, I would not have made the move right there. Being honest.
Gary Barlow's been playing catch-up for like 25 laps or something.
Dylan had the speed, though, to clear the 68.
But they are going 216 right now. Gary Barlow's about to come up here. Matt Rod might not be out of it. It's close.
But there's only 4 laps to go.
Remember, we're at the point now where if we somehow get a caution, the race will end. The
And that might be what Dylan's thought was.
NNSCRA Honeydew Donuts 250K ended with a wreck at 2 to go. And they will catch Elijah Leonard, but that'll do it.
That'll be it. We're not going to catch 78 again.
This is going to be the last lap car. Barlow's got a huge run. Hayes, Soto, Matt Rod is in this wake.
I don't think he's going to have enough time specifically.
9 miles is a lot of racetrack, Charles.
Barlow's going to catch him.
3 more
Reynolds
laps.
battling for 4.
In the Crown Royal 300. We're going to catch Leonard this lap, and then these drivers will settle it out. Matt Rod has caught Teejay Handley, but he needs to get by. Soto is side by side with Rod Hayes.
And
here
now,
we go.
Boy, here we go.
Dylan's going to slow up, check up the field, and then make the move. And he's going to pull away because of it. Hayes will get stuck on the top. Handley's going to get stuck.
Matt Rod is back in it.
Matt Rod is right here. He's just got to get by Cody Smart. Reynolds is going to get a huge run on Dylan Young. I don't think checking up the field was a smart idea.
But
Matt
the
Rod's
91's going to make the move on Reynolds.
Barlow made the move and Matt Rod followed him. But is that enough draft?
But Reynolds able to get the run.
Reynolds is going to stick his nose in there.
These guys are just trying to position each other if there's a caution, I think, at this point.
Look at all this moving around. They know it's go time, Charles.
Soto makes the move.
Matt Rod's following Barlow, though.
Soto tried to hang it in there, didn't
Matt
quite.
Rod up the middle.
And Barlow goes for the lead on Reynolds.
Can Matt Rod get enough of a push?
6 cars battling, 5 of them for the lead.
White
And
flag in the air. Photo
21,
finish for the
44 there.
white is R.J. Reynolds at the line. Who do you help?
I think the outside line's gonna be a
Soto
little bit
backed
more
up.
warmed up.
Soto backed up. Reynolds has the speed. Oh man, this is gonna get good. Hayes has caught back up. Barlow's gonna clear Reynolds here.
And they're battling for second.
Reynolds is clear. Does Reynolds get aggressive here?
He's been aggressive all race. I don't see why not.
Oh, he's got no help. He's got no help. And off of turn 4, it's gonna
Not
be
gonna be able to make it.
Gary Barlow wins the NRSL Crown Royal 300.
Wow. Wow.
And Kev Shearer is triggered.
Oh, wow.
Reynolds just couldn't get enough of a run from 2. So Reynolds gets second, Soto third, Matt Rod fourth, Dylan Young fifth, Rod Hayes sixth, Teejay Handley is seventh. The defending winner got a top 10 out of it. They were about to catch Carlson again. That actually might have been why Barlow was good, because Carlson was close enough to give him a draft.
Maybe.
Torres gets 8th, Hudson 9th, and Nereza is 10th. Let's take a look right here at the start-finish line from the spectator camera. Yep, there's Carlson. I think he was getting just that enough to get it done.
They always say if you can see him, you're getting help from him, so it's certainly possible.
Wade Brummer 11th, Jacob Dillon's 12th. Last cars on the lead lap. Cody Smart 13th, Plord 14th, Mata, the pole sitter 15th. Jones, Rich, Robert Young, Jake Rogers. Franklin Phillips got that top 20 after all. Elijah Leonard, Miller, Dalton, Carlson. That's all the cars that finished the race. And then your long list of DNFs. So a Toyota wins it this year. And actually, Charles, I just realized Toyota has won both of these events. It was Teejay Handley in the 99 Crest Toyota. And this time it's Gary Barlow in the 91.
Wow.
But that was a good race. Any thoughts there on the finish, on the race in overall, Charles?
I mean, there wasn't. It was interesting because of how Field was able to run. Obviously, the couple of the wrecks there we probably would have rather not seen, especially the Hunter Braxton. RJ Reynolds, holy moly, that aggressiveness. Just couldn't quite get aggressive when it mattered most there. Congrats to Barlow, though. I didn't see him hitting it when he was so far back with so few to go there.
And I just noticed we had a photo finish for third by 5/1000 Soto over Matt Rod.
Wow.
Not seeing anything else that was super close.
At least not that we would be able to know it was close.
Borderline to 64. 64 past Nereza going through 3 for 9th. And then Nereza got the run. But he didn't have any help, so that was somewhat close.
Carling.
Once again, Gary Barlow. That's going to do it for the second NRSL Crown Royal 300. We will not be back here for this event for a year. And now I will twiddle my thumbs until my car set is completed for my new league. I don't know when that will start up, but it will start up at some point. And I'll figure out another special event to do in the meantime for all you great people on YouTube. But that's it from me and Charles here. Maybe he'll be in the booth for the next one if he doesn't advance again.
Well, then hopefully I'm not. That means I advanced. Hopefully.
Maybe so. But that's going to do it. And I will see y'all in the future, YouTube.